What is up, guys? How's it going? We're here, back at it again. So, like I mentioned in my last video, I said that we needed to do a couple things to the car. I mean, it is all polished, detailed up, and looking good. But there are a couple other things that we gotta do. I'm gonna do an oil change real quick, as well as talk about that new part that I asked for you guys to comment down below what you guys think it is. So it did arrive, and this week we're gonna be installing it. But first, I'm gonna do an oil change on this guy. It just hit 13K miles. It's kind of crazy. 13K for a car is just generally still pretty new. But you know, since I've only drive this car during the non-seasons where it's not winter, you know, like I guess I don't put as many miles on this car as I think I do. Overall, general maintenance, you know, I've read on the forums that people do oil change every 5K miles. But I think on the with the fucking gas cap open the whole entire time. It was literally just like this. No one on the road stopped me? Come on, bro. What the fuck? That's crazy. Anyways, yeah, I mean, oh my gosh, I feel so dumb now. That's crazy. Did I leak gas anywhere though? Is this gas?
Unleaded tastes a little tangy. Supreme is kind of sour, and diesel tastes pretty good.
That's crazy. No one stopped me. I'm like kind of dumbfounded right now. Anyways, I'm gonna get this oil change started, but I feel like it's such an idiot. Have you guys ever done that before when you're driving and like you need to fill up gas, and next thing you know, like you fill the gas and you just leave with the freaking gas cap open like that? Oh my gosh, I feel like an idiot. All right, I'm gonna get started on this oil change.
Seem like every captain gotta maintain the cap. You can make change, don't change for that. Tell the whole truth, get paid for that. Bet you never fall off, you was made for that. You gotta be who you really be, shine from the inside. Cause niggas ain't really who they say on the outside.
That's gross.
You gotta be who you really be, shine from the inside. Cause niggas ain't really who they say on the outside.
Clean, no scratches. Even the middle, clean, no scratches. But when you get here, oh no, you have a fat scratch right there, scrapes and scratches. I really need to get those scrape guards they sell, but man, I'm so sad. On my carbon fiber.
Gotta practice what you preaching, I be living that. Taking trips on the road, being game back. Touchdown hood, happy that I came back.
I'm done. Good morning, guys. How's it going? It has been a couple days since I did the oil change on the A90 Supra, and today we are getting that new part added onto the car. For those of you guys that didn't comment last time, I asked you guys, what do you guys think this new part is going to be? It does change the look of the car pretty aggressively. Comment down below what you guys think it is before I reveal it later on in the video. But right now, we actually have a lot of stuff to do today. I have to drop off the return for, you know, the logos that I didn't really like. So I'm gonna return those guys, which is in the opposite direction of where I need to go. And then I gotta go to SDR Garage. I'm gonna hang out with the boys over today. They're gonna set up and help me out with this part. I'm gonna pick up some coffee for them as well because, you know, they're doing me a solid on this one, helping me out with this video. And then after that, I gotta do some other like birthday party, like hangout festivities. But other than that, like I feel like there's so much stuff to do today. Thankfully, it's 50 degrees outside, so the weather is nice. I know what you guys are saying. 50 degrees, that's like cold for some of you guys, but hey, that's nice for us in Chicago. I'm gonna go ahead and figure my stuff out, get everything loaded up into the car, and really just get the day started. And you guys are gonna come with me. So let's get started. You know that feeling when you forget to lock something? That just happened to me now. This time, I did not forget to close the gas cap because that was hella embarrassing last time. I don't know how I did that. So busy today, but it's gonna be a fun one. I promise you. It's always fun installing new parts, right? Yes, sir. We are here at SDR Garage. Oh, it is kind of bright. Man, all these cars all parked up, ready to be purchased or already a customer's car. Type R and a bunch of these other cars. But let's say hi to Peter because I know Peter's here right now. All right, so Peter's gonna be taking care of me today, right, Peter?
Are you recording already?
Yeah.
Oh, good morning.
Morning, Peter. All right, we are at SDR Garage. This place is freaking crazy. So many cars here. Peter's 33, very mint. He just got BBSs on them too. What are you gonna do with your TEs or your Nismos?
He's gonna put on an S15.
S15?
I
Nice.
daily this whole week.
You dailied that?
I had to.
But I saw you today with the STI.
That's Francis' car.
Oh.
My daily, the transmission took a shit, so I gotta replace the trans.
What tires are these?
And cake.
But aren't these Summers?
All seasons.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
Quote unquote, but I mean, it's really not that bad right now. It's been pretty nice in the last few days.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm on Summers, and when I drive my car, I slide in the morning. It's kind of sketch.
Summer though.
Yeah, true.
It's not like actually all seasons.
All right, but before I give you guys a tour of the shop, I'm gonna back out my car so we can get everything situated.
Yes, please.
Let's get it. Such a mint color.
No, it's not. Watch, ready?
Why?
Here. You hear that?
I said the color.
Wow. You don't have to. Oh, you like the color?
I think it's pretty decent. I like the wheels though. What generation Regas are those?
If you notice, Francis has like 4 sets of Regas.
Yeah, look at all these wheels he has. Crazy. So nice. It's for sale, right?
Once we fix this problem.
All right, well, that one's for sale once it's ready, but, you know, there you go. And that is the SDR Daily, as you guys saw. We have a bunch of cars here. We actually have a drift car over there, a drift FRS. And I think he owns the wrapping detailing shop right next door. He's actually a really good drifter. But other than that, it's pretty sick. We just have this whole lot to ourselves, or the SCR guys have this whole lot to ourselves. And this is where they do their shop. So all of your, you know what I'm saying, all of your tune-ups and stuff like that, it's happening here. And then that's where the showroom is. So all the cars they import, clean up, and ready for sale, they have it here. So we're going to show you guys both sections of the shop and the showroom later. This car is pretty sick too. IS 300. What? Bro, that's so cute.
I know, right?
Old school Altezza. Man, straight from Japan. I don't know who did that, but that's some character in the car right there. That's crazy. But the color, look at those flakes. That's crazy. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm trying to like help you guys make this now. But the flakes on this car are so nice. Also was a proper lad. Got some donuts and Joe for the boys. So I'm gonna set this guy up over there before we get started. What is up, guys? How's it going? So for those of you guys that have commented and guessed below that it is suspension, you are right. So I am putting on a set of lowering springs on the car. That's Peter in the back taking off the OEM lowering springs. But for those of you guys that don't already do, make sure to follow me on Instagram. I'm gonna link it down below. I put all of my previews on what I'm gonna add onto the car in my Instagram. So make sure to follow me there. But yeah, I went ahead and got the MSS lowering springs for the A90 Supra. The reason why I went with MSS over the other popular brand, which is HKS, is that this is a hybrid setup, meaning that it does feel very OEM. Obviously, this keeps the OEM dampener, so does the HKS ones. But when you're actually hooning around, the second set of springs, I guess, don't quote me on this, activate, making the suspension a little bit more stiff, making your driving style a little bit more like aggressive. So you have the best of both worlds without going full coilovers with MSS springs. On top of that, MSS is a very well-known brand within the Euro, scene. A lot of M guys run them on their BMWs, and having the A90 Supra being, a cousin to the M Life cars, I thought this just kind of made sense. This was around $800. I think the HKS is around like 600 or 700. I don't know. Don't quote me on any of this. I think that's right. But yeah, Peter's taking off the OEM suspension right now, and then I'm gonna put these guys on. It should be pretty simple plug and play. It's just that like suspension and stuff is like kind of out of my comfort zone, so that's where we're here at SDR. So yeah.
Oh, I was like, where'd you put the springs?
Oh, right here. Here, Peter. Take the springs. All right. All right, like I said before, I was going to talk to you about the shop. So this is their showroom area. So we have all of these cars. I think this is not for sale. Maybe it's for sale. Who knows? We have the Altezza as a customer's Evo, NSX, GTST R34, EK, EK9, Civic Type R, Stagia, I think. Yeah, the wagon. And that has an RB in it, which is very interesting. And then we have another R33 here. This R33 is so mint. Very, very nice. Dude, every time I look at the Altezza's like tack, it reminds me of like, I don't know if you guys are into watches, but a Omega Speedmaster, right? The Moonwatch. I know they have the $3 variants that go horizontal, but there's actually variants that go vertical. And doesn't that remind you of that? Like if you guys are into watches, let me bump up this. That reminds you of it, that tack. So interesting, chronograph style. Eventually, I want to put in aftermarket seats in the A90, but the only like kind of annoying tidbit is that right now I have heated seats and just creature comforts like that are such a game changer. I mean, look, he has seats up there too, but I want to go aftermarket. I want bucket seats because eventually I want to do maybe a track day or an autocross, or maybe I'll do a drift build. But I want seats that can hold me a little bit more. The stock seats hold you decently well, but I want like Recaros or brides in the car. It's just finding the rails, finding the seat, and then having to deal with me losing out on creature comforts like heated seats kind of suck. So maybe I'm not there yet to cross that bridge, but I'm thinking about it. And so if that seat over there fits, that might be the one. Who knows? All right, Peter, the Master Tech, has finished with the fronts. So if you want to take a look-see here, the backs aren't done yet, but the fronts look pretty good. You see that the springs are there. I love the orange accents on this guy. So right now the springs are on. We have to first lower the car, and then after we lower the car, we're going to get our adjustments in. But the fronts are on. We also have to do the backs as well, so that's kind of next up. Yeah, can't complain. Everybody's been going pretty smoothly. I just kind of been hanging out, you know, touching cars, touching grass, doing stuff. So Peter is setting up the hybrid spring setup. So apparently that's how it's set, right? Just like that? Exactly like that? Okay, perfect. Yep. All right, so Peter just finished up adjusting the rear. So we have now the rear springs on. I do want to give a little bit of a heads up. The HKS springs do come with a OEM drop. What I mean by that is out of the box, they come with like a factory like default drop. But for the MSS, I don't think they really do come with a drop. And if they did, we already kind of beyond that now because we adjusted it. We try to balance each side out. Just a little heads up, if you guys are buying these springs and you guys think like it comes with an OEM drop or out of the box drop, they don't. So do some research into what you guys want the drop to be, and just, you know, kind of have that in mind when installing the springs.
If it was just like a regular spring, you would just get a straight drop. I'm pretty sure these will get a straight drop too, but it's kind of hard to know what the drop would be because it has that adjustment perch.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to say.
Interesting. We're here at this point now. The car is basically all done. Peter got on the rears and the fronts on both sides. And so really the only thing left is to put the wheels back on, which he is doing. And then finding a good ride height I want to be at. Obviously you don't want to be tucking, but at the same time you want to eliminate that wheel gap. At least that was my goal. I thought it was atrocious how much wheel gap comes from the factory OEM. Surprisingly, you get over a decent amount of speed bumps, so I think that might change now once I have these springs on. But we're going to put on these wheels and then, yeah, try to figure out what wheel gap is right. I do probably need to get an alignment later on, so that's also another thing that I recommend for you guys if you are putting on any type of lowering springs. Get an alignment, and then you should be good. So yeah. Ooh, let's see. So this is with just everything. Peter, what did you do right now?
What do you mean?
Like, you didn't put any adjustments on this, right?
I didn't adjust it yet. But the thing is, I don't know how much to adjust it because
Yeah.
it's settle.
How do you let it settle?
Drive it.
So I have to drive it around and then let it settle and then adjust it?
Oh, I think I'm going to adjust the front because the front does look a little high.
Okay.
But I think the rears might settle to a good height. So I'm going to leave the rears for now. I'll adjust the fronts a little bit. And then I'll have you drive it for a little bit. And then we'll see how it goes from there.
Okay.
Because every spring is different. Sometimes it settles sometimes it settles like this much, sometimes it settles like this much. Every spring is different, so.
So right now, all the spring is not settled.
Yeah, because like once you drive it, it's going to compress some more.
Oh, that's
After
true.
it bumps and stuff, it'll compress some more.
Okay. All right.
So I'm going to adjust the front a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I'm going to leave the rears for now. The fronts are a little bit high still. But I think the rear should.
Yeah, a tad bit, actually, though.
I think the rear should adjust to at least close to a finger gap. And I think that'll be good. Unless you want to.
No, I feel like that's a pretty good street setup.
Yeah. But the here, yeah, this is like a decent amount.
Yeah, that's still pretty large.
Down a
Okay.
little bit.
Sounds good. All right, guys. The Supra is basically all done. Peter did an amazing job getting the just overall spring kit on the A90 Supra. I keep saying A90 Supra a lot. The Mark V Supra. Again, I went with the MSS lowering springs. It is a hybrid setup, so you have two springs. What I mean by two springs is there are actually two springs in the rear, so in total of 4 springs versus the 2 primary springs up front. Obviously, you can go with the HKS springs, but overall, I found out that just through research and overall usage, a lot of people prefer the MSS if you could dish out a little bit more money. So that's why I went with these guys. But we're now just torquing the wheels down to spec, and then I think we're good. So what's gonna happen is I have to drive around a little bit so the weight can actually settle on this car. Right now, the weight of the car and the gap is kind of like, not artificial, but not exactly accurate because you have to drive around and actually see how much weight is actually gonna be landed. But other than that, I think the only thing left to do is suspension later on. And yeah, that's basically it. So we're gonna just wrap up the video here and kind of head on out. Are you ready?
Yeah, back it off slowly.
Let's do it.
And then we'll go. Yeah. Let's go around the block though.
Okay. Pretty decent.
Lower now?
Dude, it feels lower. It actually feels lower.
I'll take a left.
Okay. Peter was saying that it is lower, obviously, but I feel like you can actually feel that it's lower. And the crazy part is, the suspension feels OEM. Like I feel like I'm still driving on my OEM springs, which is actually really nice because you get the vanity of lowering, but the comfort of OEM.
That's how it is with springs. With coilovers, it's 50-50 on if it's good
Yeah.
ride quality or bumpy and shitty. But with springs, it's usually very well.
Guy in his Corvette.
Howdy.
And then we'll also get a good idea of how much it's going to lower once we see it after just going around the block.
release it?
Oh, you're supposed to take a left here.
Look at that. Look at that fitment. It's pretty solid. So, like Peter mentioned, the front and the rear are going to set a little bit more, but overall, it looks pretty solid. Wow. So good. And you have the comfort of OEM? Sick. Worth.
Worth.
All right, guys. Well, that kind of wraps up the video. One last thing I have to do is that wheel alignment. So I'm going to do that later on after I drive this car a little bit. But yeah, that is that. Big shout out to Peter for helping us out on, well, really, he did. I didn't jack shit. But really getting the lowering springs on the Supra. I'm gonna wrap up the video. Thanks guys for watching. If you guys haven't already, please feel free to like and subscribe. Bringing you the best and greatest A90 Supra content out there. At least I think so. Peter's kind of judging me right now.
I'm not.
Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. And remember, drive safe. See ya.